Hi guys, welcome back to my videos. I hope you're doing amazing. My name is Isha and I'm a life coach for emotional freedom and becoming your highest version. So, in my previous video, we discussed what inner work is all about, why it is needed, what is the role of the universe in making us remember who we are. Okay, and we also discussed what are the various aspects that we need to learn and incorporate in our being to be able to do this inner work and discover our true and authentic self. So, in today's video, let's dive into the practical steps of doing the inner work, growing and working on ourselves while still fully enjoying this beautiful journey called life. Okay? So, the first and foremost step to doing this inner work is knowing yourself. I have talked about this in many videos. Unless you discover who you are, what you want from life, what makes your heart sing, and what makes you feel fulfilled in life, you will keep living someone else's life. Okay, their desires, their expectations. So, this is the first step towards becoming who you truly are. Okay, I will be sharing the link in the description also. I have made many videos on know yourself, or you can Google also to various ways how can we deep dive into knowing ourselves. Okay, but the first step towards this is your intentions to know and become who you truly are. Never forget, the circumstances never define a person, they reveal a person. Only once you know yourself now will you discover which aspects of you need the inner work to become your authentic self. Okay, second is embracing your shadow side. Every single person is a mirror in our world. So, unless we accept those dark sides of ourselves, in other words, stop denying, rejecting, or abandoning them, we cannot merge into our highest version. Okay? So, you must bring that dark side to the light and find the gift it presents to you. Okay? Only by accepting, learning from, and integrating your shadow side can you access your highest potential in the world. Okay, example, anger is the most common among this shadow side. Anger over things that have happened to us over the course of our lives can seep into every interaction with others and the way we live with ourselves. Okay, so first you need to clear the anger that has hardened your heart, starting with acceptance of it. Then you will need to go through the sadness that follows, and finally facing the fears and the regrets covering your heart. Okay, and this process will lead to then forgiveness that we do for ourselves and not for the other person. Okay, next is trust the unfolding. Now, this is very important. Trust is not a single word, it's a huge thing to practice. Trust the unknown, trust when things or people are failing you. It is usually when we are most immersed in our problems that we are closest to the solutions. Okay, so trust the higher plan. Trust that your inner voice already knows what you are seeking, even when you cannot see a trace of what will unfold next, or the trace of what you truly or deeply desire for. Okay, that which makes you feel happy and content inside out. Okay, and your trust must be higher than your doubts, that small voice inside you that resist or fear change. Okay, your trust should be able to overcome the challenges coming along the way. Okay, and always remember, challenges are just the stepping stones to the our next upgrade in our lives. Okay, so trust that there is a divine plan and the universe wants you to win, to receive your highest desires and live the life that you are deeply longing for. Okay, trust that everything is happening for your highest good. Why? Because in every situation there is always something good. Everything that happens to us represents an opportunity to grow and evolve into our best selves. Okay, and this is the only way to live in a peaceful and happy life also. So you cannot change what has already happened, but you certainly can see it in a more positive and enlightening way. Okay, next step is surrender. Learn what needs to be learned, take action on what needs to be done, and then just be. Okay, this is the master path. Don't try to control the outcome or hold on to the expectations from it. Okay, believe me, what we think is best for us is far smaller than what the universe thinks we deserve. Okay, so surrender. Stop trying to analyze every event as good or bad and just experience it as it comes. Okay, detachment from outcomes is the path to mastery. Okay, so by surrendering control over how life should be, you create space for the possibilities to enter and the magic to happen in your life. Okay, and here shortly I really want to discuss the 4 stages of life masteries, the skills of learning, acting, and then just being. Okay, so these are the 4 stages one goes through in their life, in their lifetime. So the first and foremost stage of mastery or living our life is unconscious incompetence. Okay, this is where most people spend their lives. Here now, they don't even know what they don't know. Okay, so basically they are asleep to who they truly are and what their lives could actually be, just living for the sake of living. Okay, so the second stage of lifetime is conscious incompetence. Here now, we open our eyes and take some responsibility for our lives. So here we have the awareness of what we don't know. We are consciously aware that it exists, but we don't yet have the skill or the ability to pursue it. Okay. Third is conscious competence. Here we consciously start doing the inner work with whatever resources are available to us at that time, and wonderful results start appearing in our lives also. But the only problem here is that we are still in trying mode, struggling mode, which of course breeds stress also. Okay. And the fourth, the master skill is unconscious competence stage. Here, this is the stage of mastery, because here it's not about learning or doing anymore. It's simply about being. Now, let's talk about the fifth skill of doing this inner work, which is living in the present moment. This I have discussed in my previous video also. Your destiny will unfold as it is meant to be. In the meantime, live fully and authentically in the present. Live happily to the core of your heart, and life will take care of itself. Okay? Next step to inner work is meditation. Okay, I have talked about this in my various videos and its importance also. There is something called conscious meditation, or which is nothing more than using your mind and your imagination to create a better inner life and hence a better external world. So it is what you call visualization or manifestation also, envisioning and painting the picture of how you want your life to be, how you want to be as a person, and translating it into your reality. Okay, key to manifesting your heart desires are: first, articulate a clear vision of what you want. Second, develop an action plan and a strategy and break it down into small steps to execute. Third, set up a self contract, make an agreement with yourself about what you plan to do and when you plan to do it. Okay. Fourth, measure your progress in any way. Never forget, what's not measured na will never be mastered. Okay, so measure your progress every day. Fifth, celebrate your proud moments, those small wins along the journey, as they fill your heart with excitement and joy over the gifts still to come. Okay, now, the next step towards doing this inner work is selfless serving. You know, the more you give to others with a sincere intention of lifting their lives to the higher level, the more the world will reward you by lifting you. So, one thing I want to clarify here is giving with the expectation of reward is not really giving. Okay, so every time you do something good for another person, you not only improve their lives, you also improve your own self worth. Okay, because something deep will start to shift and grow inside you, and that is we call self respect, the amount of love you have for yourself. Okay, so self love is the fuel that drives the personal change and help us grow into a more loving and authentic person. As someone beautifully once said, the acts and service of kindness to others are the rent we pay for the tenancy on this planet. Okay, next step towards our doing the inner work is letting go and forgiveness. You know, there are only two ways that a person act. One is love and the other is fear. So either we operate from a state of love or a state of fear. And here I'm not talking about the fear of physical safety only. I'm talking about the fears of being taken advantage of, fear of looking stupid, fear of being left out, fear of being betrayed, and so on. Okay. So once you identify the fear behind why someone did something wrong to you, or why you are making certain decisions or taking certain actions now, you will have compassion and forgiveness for what happened to you. Okay, and this is an important part of inner work. We cannot replay the same script again and again in our minds, right? So, as Confucius once said, before you set out to seek revenge, it is best to dig 2 graves. Okay, so revenge not only harms the other person, it also destroys you completely. Okay, mark my words on this. Next step towards doing inner work is self-love and self-care. I have talked about this in my many videos. Self-love shows in the language, the words, the actions that you choose for yourself. Okay, be good to yourself. Treat yourself as if you are your greatest hero. Speak well to yourself and for yourself also. So, self-care activities shows how much we love and value ourselves. Okay, so treat yourself with the best and the healthiest food. Respect the temple that your body is. Read the best books. Give yourself time off. Relax and enjoy those worldly pleasures as well. Okay, nurture your body and commune with nature. Those who do not make time for exercise, for their self-care, must eventually make time for the illnesses later. Okay, so self care also includes a daily period of peace, a silent retreat from the world, because it is the tonic that heals us and cleanses our soul. Okay, so keep the promises you have made to yourself. And last but not the least is appreciate what you already have. Okay, by appreciating what already good in our lives now, those good things will grow. Okay, so if you appreciate your good health, it will grow. Your actions will align with your healthy choices. Okay, living in a constant state of gratitude makes your life experiences more valuable and worthwhile. Okay, practicing gratitude daily is the same as practicing self-love daily. Okay, so create a short emotionally charged prayer that expresses your heartfelt appreciation for all that you already have in your life. Okay, and there is just one more thing I really want to share with you all, that there is already enough in the universe for everyone. So competing with each other, diminishing each other through mean words or actions only demean our own lives. Okay, we all can win here. There is no competition. You just need to walk the path that is ethical, full of integrity, and your deepest desires will be fulfilled. Okay, so for you to win, no one else needs to lose. Okay, our hearts already holds other wisdom that is needed to live a meaningful and a happy life. Okay, the mind can offer us wonderful insights that empower us and connect the dots along the path of our lives. But it really does not compare to the intelligence and the wisdom that our heart carries. Okay, so the more we delve deep into our heart now, the more universe seems to bless us with wisdom, truth, and amazing ideas for living an extraordinary life and fulfilling our deepest dreams and desires. Okay, always remember, if your inner world is messy and unhealthy now, nothing that you get on the outside will ever make you happy. Okay, as someone has said, without the rich heart, wealth is an ugly beggar. Okay, so the more you clean up your inner world, the more beautiful your outer world will be. Okay, so end of this session, here are some few questions I would love for you to reflect on after going through this session. Okay, so first and foremost is, what do you truly desire in life at this very moment? Okay, secondly, what are your core values that are non-negotiable for you? And thirdly, at which stage do you find yourself in those 4 stages of mastering your life that we have discussed above? And what is the next action you are going to take right now to either start, or if you have already started, to progress your inner work journey? Okay, you can share your thoughts with me in the comments, or simply bring your answers to these questions into your own awareness. Okay, that's all for today. See you in my next session. Until then, take care.